Yes, we remember that so well. Here to tell us about the latest man she's singing about, please welcome the sensational Barbara Dickson. Wonderful. And now she's back with a collection of songs written by the late Gerry Rafferty.
You can make a better life. You're just waiting for the right moment. You can find another way. You're just waiting for the right moment.
Please welcome Barbara Dickson. Lovely to have you back. Lovely to have you back. Nice to see you again.
Thank you, Alan. Thanks very much.
New album, Each and Everyone.
To Each and Everyone.
To Each and Everyone.
Yeah,
that's the songs of Gerry Rafferty.
Yeah.
Tell us a bit about him.
Well, Gerry Rafferty was an old friend of mine, but that's not particularly why I've done the album. The album is because Gerry sadly died in 2011, and before his time, without a doubt. And just this information came at me from about 3 or 4 different sources. People said to me, and they weren't people in the music business, they said to me, why don't you do a whole album of songs by Gerry Rafferty? Now, as you can see from that piece of video we've just watched, that was there's a picture of him there, isn't that great? He was a great songwriter and a great singer, and I sang his songs throughout my career. I mean, that song that you've just seen, I did in the 1980s. It was the title track of an album, and I've done his songs. I did one called City to City, which was on an album of mine in 1978. So I've always sung his songs, but the fact that he died, and he was a great songwriter, and people just remember Baker Street. That's all they remember. They think, oh, that's the guy who did Baker Street. And this is the problem with the charts, is that people take a photograph of you at one point in your career, and they think that's all you can do.
That's the way with me. It's blue paint and decking. But there
yes,
we all have our crosses to bear, don't we?
Yes, we do. Yes,
but
we do.
Clearly, his music really reached your soul. Was there also a great love of his music with you?
He was a great songwriter, and he was a great person with a huge amount of depth. And we came from, well, he was actually a pop artist before he went into the folk scene, but we met on the folk scene with all the people that we felt it was a bit like a sort of musical version of the Masons. We thought we had the knowledge, you know, and the knowledge was that these were the songs and this is the way you should do it. And that's something that dies very hard with me, because I love that music and I love acoustic playing, and the works of Gerry, certainly done the way we've done them on this album. They're very accessible, but they're very beautiful. They have a lot of inner beauty.
Talking of acoustic guitar, there just happens to be one lying by your chair. Would you like to hear a little bit? Shall we guys? Go on, Molly. This
is my guitar, one of my guitars. But when I was in folk clubs, I used to sing a Gerry Rafferty song, and this shows you this is nothing like Baker Street, but this is one of the first things that he did that I sang. This is called Steamboat Row, and Steamboat Row is a street in Paisley where his family used to live, and this was about a song is about his dad. So I can't sing the whole song because we haven't got the time, but I'll just sing the first verse.
Very nice.
My daddy was a miner, said there was nothing finer than an Irishman who worked an honest day. From Steamboat Row in rain or shine, he can make his way down to the mine. Along the dusty road he traveled 15 miles to get there, 15 miles to go, 15 miles back home again, home to Steamboat Row.
lovely. It's, aside from being lovely music, there's social history in there as well, isn't
It is,
there,
it's
you know?
great, yeah. And his dad really was from an Irish family, you know, they were the West Coast Irish Catholic people who'd come over and settled there. And and Gerry in his music had a great wealth of sort of Irish influence in the family's music as well. And then, like most of us, he was influenced by the Beatles and the Everly Brothers and those early 60s people.
For me, Blue Paint and Decking. For you, I know him so well.
Yeah.
And Blood Brothers.
Yeah.
From your point of view, the future, where do you see yourself wanting to go now? There's still things you're burning to do.
Yes, I want to do as much live work as I can, singing and playing. I love, as you can see, I enjoy playing live. I've just done a big concert tour. And, I mean, really, I want to play as much as I can to as many people as possible. And I don't... you know, if you wanted me to say... I have a little ambition to sing a duet with James Taylor. Wouldn't that be nice?
Wouldn't it?
And that's a kind of little ambition, but most of the other stuff I'm still working at.
OK, when you get James Taylor, come back here, you can do it here. I'll give you a studio. Tim Vine, true, you've holidayed with Barbara. Is this right?
Well, that's true, actually. We were on the same cruise, yes. We were both entertaining people on a cruise. It was a saga cruise, wasn't it, Barbara? And it was... the name of the ship was the... Thank you. The name... they were all there, actually, your audience. The name of the ship was the Quest for Adventure. And during the voyage, someone actually lost their false teeth over the side. We had to go back, and it was renamed the Quest for Adventure.
Thanks to Tim Vine, but mainly to Barbara Dickson. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Alan. Thank you.